State College, Pennsylvania. As we'll see a squad from the Mountain West, the San Jose State Spartans, taking on a team from the Big Ten, the Penn State Nittany Lions. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Nittany Lions will put total leather to crank us up. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So San Jose State's offense will have the football first. And we've been really eager to see this matchup, this quarterback against an elite defense. Jesse, what does a quarterback have to keep in mind when you face a group like this?
Well, he's just going to have to be dialed in. He's had a lot of success this year so far. This is a different animal than this defense he's playing. He's got to be really good with his decision-making, throwing it, running it, pre-snap, post-snap. You make one mistake against this defense, David, they make you pay.
Yeah, they're a fun defense to watch, and this is a fun challenge for their defense, too, because it's an elite quarterback, right? Like, they can...
There he goes! Nifty run there, pickup of 6 out to the 25. Guys, let's think for just a moment about San Jose State. The biggest problem for schools at this level is getting enough big bodies, particularly on the offensive line, and getting a 3-star guy like this can really help them at this level, Jesse.
Yeah, and when you get guys like that on your offensive line, if you can get a couple dudes like that, all of a sudden now you can hang with bigger, better competition. Games are still won and lost in the trenches. I know this is just one piece, but getting this 3-star offensive lineman who's very highly recruited, that was a massive win for this head coach.
The decibel meter's about to explode. One of the great environments, wide out level noise. They'll try to sneak it.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
One man in the backfield, and he gets it. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
Well, there's just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration up front, and as a result, they lose yardage.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. From the gun. Give on the inside. Hard-nosed, determined effort to work his way up to the 35-yard line.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Grabbed in the middle. It's Jeffrey. Oh, he's got some space. Just what they'd hoped for on 3rd down as they've got a first at the 32.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Not many hiccups on this drive, but it's 2nd and 13 now. Wants to go up top. They'll run the screen. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
I like the idea on offense. You want to get this guy the football in as many ways as possible. So you throw him the screen quickly to see if he can make somebody miss. It doesn't work there, but that should not be the last time you run that play.
Rides the back on the option, the give. Picks up the first down. Inside the 20-yard line, pushed out at the 18, and they're in business. And the Spartans kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. They'll give it to him again. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. The give to the tailback. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on third down. They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. That was like bouncing off the guardrails and not losing control off the upright and through. And the first points of the day come on that field goal. He'll bring it out. It's Figueroa. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Nittany Lions offense will take the field for the first time. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. It'll be interesting to see what they do today.
From the gun, to give, looking for room. Brought down at the 45 after a 15-yard pickup. The whole Penn State legacy is built on toughness, getting it done on the ground, and they pick up a first down.
And you got to start there with the physicality, the ground game, getting that going. That's kind of a Northeast thing, right? Being tough, being physical, bringing that lunch pail.
Might as well give it to him again. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Looking to fire. Bringing the heat. Caught over the middle. It's Figueroa. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
And you got man-to-man coverage. You're running that curl route. That ball has to come out. You know you're going to get hit. Like, you know you stopped your route. He's going to be right there. But does a great job securing the catch, getting the first down.
The Nittany Lions are moving quickly down the field. Running back searching for a hole. Trying to pound their way forward. He picks up a couple to the 31.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Back to pass. Got the back over the middle. Breaks into the... Got some room, headed to the goal line. So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. How about the mix of play calls on this drive? 3 runs, 3 passes, and now they're in business.
Man, just keeping the defense completely off balance. When you think it's a run, it's a pass. When you think it's a pass, it's a run. Nice job by this one.
And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Nittany Lions.
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the second level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point makes it 7-3. So it's a 77-yard touchdown drive, and it was closed out by the short yardage touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Penn State on top. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. Wants to go up top. Fires to the big fella. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
These old girders are rocking on third down here in Beaver Stadium. From the gun, wants to pass. It's caught. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
That receiver found the open space in the zone coverage, and as a defense, honestly, you just throw your hands up on that because they covered it pretty well. It was just a good play call and really nice execution.
They'll leave it with him. Turning it on. Lowers that just dismissing tackles. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field. What a big gain for the offense.
Got enough for the first. He now has 72 yards on the ground, and that magical 1,000-yard mark is oh so close.
Well, right away after picking up the first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back. And I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on first down. You're starting like that. Now what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else. That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
They'll run play action. He's got an open man. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening first and goal from the 9. The Spartans had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Now it's second and goal. Looking to fire. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
Well, football in the snow oftentimes is more fun for fans watching than it is for players out there on the field because it is hard to hold on to the football like that guy just found out right there.
He'll bounce his way ahead for a pickup of 4 out to the 14.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive. Stick your foot in the ground. Pick up.
And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. The pocket broke down, and the quarterback had to take the sack.
Really impressed by this pass rush, Reese. Just guys winning their individual battles one-on-one up front. They're able to get to the quarterback.
Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. The Nittany Lions will punt this one away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Not going to take a chance to grab that one as it bounces out of bounds. The San Jose State offense is back on the field. Ball security going to be paramount this time, Jesse.
Yeah, and sense of urgency, too. They're trailing in this game right now. The turnover wasn't great, so, David, they really got to be able to put something positive together on this run.
Put something positive together. Be aggressive, but don't be reckless. Can't have any more of those turnovers.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football.
And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. You can hear the roar all the way to Mountain Nittany after he got in the backfield and made the play.
And they always give you something to roar about, don't you? These Penn State linebackers, I don't know where they find them, but year after year they find some of the best players in all of football.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. 3rd down, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Looking downfield on 1st down. And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
This offense is going to have to come up with a plan to block this guy. He is an absolute monster, and he showed you all his tools on that sack.
The Nittany Lions trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Second down, he'll throw it. Unloads to the wideout. Complete downfield. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. Here comes the offense on 1st down. Wants to throw on 1st down. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back to pass. Oh, he makes the catch. Pick up a 5. It'll be 3rd down and 5. The Nittany Lions come to the line in the hurry-up. They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Nittany Lions will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Wouldn't call it a shank, but I don't think he'll include it on his greatest hits. And they'll down this just inside the 35-yard line. San Jose State has the ball and ready to go on the attack. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. The passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field. Find those guys down the field.
You know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board early. In this one, they just haven't been able to connect on those opportunities. But I like David's idea. Maybe move some guys around.
And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. And he's still running after the move. Touchdown, Penn State! Stealing a score on special teams. He did that one all by himself. Make a few guys miss, turn on the afterburners, and boom, everybody's toast.
And that's why you got him back deep, because that guy can do that. You got to be explosive and quick and have good vision, and you see all those things on one punt return. Takes it back to the house, makes people miss, turning on the gas. Great job, great return.
He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Good news, I guess, a lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. It'll be a draw. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
And nice job by the defense. A draw is kind of a trick, get you to run upfield, but they sniffed it out, did a great job. Stopped the play for no gain.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Fires to the big fella.
That's one as a quarterback. When you see all those defenders around your intended target like that, just throw it in the ground or throw it away. That's a completion that loses yards. You're just hurting your offense now.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. A strike downfield. Brought down at the 16-yard line, and that will likely bring out the punt team. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. And the Spartans will try to pin them back with the punt. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. They'll start this drive going to the air. Fires to the right. Got the tight end outside. Rustled out of bounds at the 12, and another productive play on this drive.
This tight end is such a weapon because he can line up all over the field. That time he starts in the slot, he's running the corner route against zone coverage, and he's just got athleticism and wiggle and the ability to separate and make big plays. It's so nice to have a target like that.
On 1st down from the 13-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Setting up the screen. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. The Nittany Lions racing to the line in the hurry-up. Back to throw, time running short in the half. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds.
Timeout, Penn State.
They'd love nothing better than to add a 3-ball here before the break. And he missed it. No good. After the miss, the lead still at 11. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, after seeing that, sign me up for another 2 quarters there in Happy Valley.
They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. Fielded in the end zone. It's Figueroa. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football with that.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
That keeps the running game churning. Pick up a 5 to the 23.
I'll tell you what, when those little guys make those physical plays like that, it kind of jacks everybody up in the huddle, because it's usually the guy breaking ankles, but he's like breaking tackles. Now he's giving you some serious energy.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, that's not the way to start a drive. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. And the offense came out aggressively here in the second half, but they can't put the drive together and spit it up on the turnover.
I'll tell you, this defense has a lot of athletes, and they've got a lot of guys with ball skills. If you put the football anywhere around them in their vicinity and their ability to catch the football, they'll come down with it. This quarterback has got to be way more careful here in the second half.
Guys, this San Jose State offense trying to get this ball moving. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line.
Wood took everything on defense to just get that guy down on the 1-yard line. He is a monster, David.
And if this offense, Jesse, is going to keep doing that, you better bring in reinforcements on that defensive line. Get some big boys, because they're about to punch this thing in the end zone.
The secondary walks up on the line, showing Beck's going for the goal line. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Spartans. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
And he got that extra point through. No slipping on the snow. It was good. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone. And he takes this from inside the 5. Buys just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They still have the lead, but they need to respond to that last score. They'll start this drive with a pass. It's complete. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Nice job, big fella. You make a catch, you're a viable target for your quarterback, and gain a couple yards.
Got some of the work done on first. Now let's see what they have on second down. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Oh, and he knocks it out of the way, and he's running free. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
The Nittany Lions, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. They'll ride the hot hand.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Looking left. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
You know, this defense knew the offense was going to try to take shots vertically down the field and do it in a variety of ways. That time, they were able to defend the corner route and swat the ball down.
After the second down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking deep. He gets it in. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. The offense flexes its muscle a bit and widens the gap.
Take a little exhale. You know, you did your job. You got points. Now you put your defense in a position where, hey, go out and get another stop. We're in great shape, so the offense definitely taking care of their business.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, it's a 21-10 game. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. The San Jose State offense is back on the field. Last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on it.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They've clearly found that dude. They score here. We're in for a ball game.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. The give to the back. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
I tell you what, they're down, but they're not out with this guy. They keep feeding him. He keeps having success on the ground. Maybe I use this now to catapult, use some play action, make some bigger plays down the field. But the run game has not been the problem.
Here comes the noise from this big crowd in Happy Valley on 3rd down. They'll try to run for it. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a 1st down as they mark it at the 40.
That has got to be so demoralizing for the defense. You haven't been able to stop this guy all game long. And here on 3rd down, they're handing it off to him anyway because they don't think you can stop him. This defense right now, you see a lot of people hanging their heads a little bit because they're not playing with tons of confidence.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
I'm not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block that. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
Softened him up with a run and now to throw. He got his hands on it but couldn't hold on to it. And what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game.
And you didn't have a lot of panic in the first half, but man, you're starting to get now in the second half, and this offense just has really, really struggled, underperformed. You know you're a better team, but this offense hasn't shown it. This team hasn't shown it. It's the 3rd quarter. They got to get it going now.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Working the middle. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on 3rd down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches.
You know, you got to be careful when you're running the draw play because you're hoping those defensive ends get way up the field, thinking it's pass. It didn't happen that time, and the defense was able to get a negative play.
The Spartans with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Leaves it with the running back. Not much there on the run. He gets one to the 31.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
If I'm a play caller right here, I'm a little bit frustrated. And I say that because I can't take a sack here. A sack might take 3 off the board for me. I got to understand the situation. I got to get the ball out, try to make a play, but most importantly, don't make a negative play.
And the Spartans line up to punt it away. And no chance for the return man to get his hands on that one as it hops out of bounds. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Well, this quarterback started taking a couple shots from the pocket. There's another one right there that affected his accuracy on that throw.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down.
Let's go! Let's go!
Looking to fire. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They moved the chains. They marked it at the 29. Just under a minute to go here in the 3rd quarter. They'll snap it on 1st and 10. Unloads quickly. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
Great effort by the defense here. Offense trying to go wide receiver screen. How about the speed on defense rallying to the football?
So now it's 2nd and long. They'll give it to the back. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
We've reached a break, and Penn State is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. Swapping into the field, they gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. The Nittany Lions come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. The punt team makes its way onto the field. He'll try to really get into this one. I wouldn't quite call it a shank, but that's not exactly going to go on the resume reel. San Jose State has the ball and ready to go on the attack. Man, David, that last drive, an exercise in frustration, just couldn't pay it off with the score.
Yeah, and I think this defense is riding the bend but don't break philosophy. Don't give up explosive plays. This offense, Jesse, has to find a way to manufacture some big plays and some scoring opportunities.
Man, I don't know if they're going to win, David, if they have to keep driving 8, 10, 12 plays. You're right. You got to find chunk plays somewhere. So identify the guys that can score touchdowns and get them the ball.
The Spartans in a good spot here with second and short. Back to pass. Got it in the middle. It's Jeffrey. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Really nice job by the quarterback understanding I needed to throw this ball hard. Like, I got to fit it in there tight. And a nice job by the wide receiver wearing it, because he really didn't have a choice, because he was going to wear that one regardless.
Just nosing into enemy territory at the 49. It's 1st and 10. They go to the ground. Plows through the defense. Crosses the 30. He's got away. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24.
And busting big runs like this, we always talk about the running backs, but it's the big boys up front, paving their lanes, those receivers gluing on those DBs that make these plays really go for big yardage.
And how about those receivers? Not just the glamour of catching passes, but doing some dirty work, too.
No doubt. When they get on those guys in the second level and get on those DBs, that's when you break those big, long runs.
You know, when you're running counter, those offensive linemen crashing down, they've got to be able to pin those interior D linemen. They couldn't get it done there. They gave up too much penetration, and that led to the tackle for loss.
Trying play action. Here's the pressure. Had to get rid of it quickly. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play.
This offensive line is not going to like watching the film back tomorrow when they get the opportunity, because they have gotten beat time and time again up front, especially in passing situations. All of the hits, all of the sacks this quarterback has taken is the biggest reason why they're going to lose this game.
I thought white noise was supposed to be relaxing. This is deafening on 3rd down. He gets it inside the 20 to the 19, and they still have a ways to go, and it'll be 4th down. They'll send out the field goal unit. There is no doubt, at this point in the game, this crowd knows how big this kick could be. No good. After the missed field goal, still down by 11.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like, the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. And he'll be brought down.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
It'll be a run on 3rd and short. Jukes his way for more. At midfield, he's got room. There he goes to the left. Seizing that open space, an opportunity all the way inside the red zone. They'll mark it at the 19.
Well, they came into this game today knowing that this guy was going to have to leave his mark in this one, toting the rock, and he's done that. He's come up with some big plays, and he continues to do that here late at a juncture where they've got to continue running it if they're going to win.
The entire complexion of this possession changed on that one play. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 20. The give and tick, 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 tick. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
Well, the defense finally able to make a play, getting a tackle for loss. They haven't had many of those today because this running back really has answered the bell. They knew coming in they were going to have to give him the football, force feed it to him, and let him go to work. He's done that. Well over 100 yards rushing in this game, and the defense just has not had the answers consistently for him.
Got his man to the left. Makes a grab at the 6-yard line. It's 1st and goal.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to...
And you race it to the house. Touchdown, Penn State!
And a lot of times late in football games, you'll see offenses get really, really conservative with the lead. I like how this offense didn't go against the clock. They stayed within themselves. They stayed true to who they were. And now, big-time advantage, big-time lead, up by 17 in the 4th quarter.
And now, with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the 4th. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. On the run from into zone 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Guys, this San Jose State offense trying to get this ball moving. A blown opportunity, missing that short field goal on the last drive, and now they'll try to put something on the board here. They'll move the wide receiver. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. And the Spartans in the hurry-up.
And I tell you what, this defense, they've heard all about how great this quarterback is. They came in today with a mission, with a purpose. They've been flying around, harassing him, and making life so hard on this offense.
It's really hard to win football games when you're one-dimensional offensively, and that's the case. They just have not been able to get anything going, throwing it deep down the field. They haven't won their one-on-one matchups. Quarterback has missed some throws, and as a result, in the 4th quarter, they barely have 100 yards passing, and that's why they're losing.
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the 1st down. The Spartans come to the line with a new set of downs.
You know, as the head coach of this team, this is one positive you're going to take away from this game, is that your players don't quit, and they're still willing to fight. There's obviously a lot of things they've got to iron out offensively, and we've seen that today. But I do love the grit they're showing here late, still trying to make plays.
Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Leaves it with the back. Got the 1st down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. To the air on 1st down. Got his man downfield. Turns on the Jets. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Spartans.
Nice job by the offense going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go over there and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
Getting set for the point after. And they make the extra point to draw closer. It's 28-17. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the finisher coming on that 42-yard touchdown toss. They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. There wasn't much need to throw it around on that last drive for the touchdown, Jesse. They got it done running the ball. There he goes! Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Down to the 23 for this 1st and 10. The give as they work on that clock. Snuffed out behind the line of scrimmage, and we have not seen much of that. What a day he's had so far.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front 7 tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
Here's the handoff. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Rushes on him, and he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. And they'll send out the field goal unit. Visualizing the right ball flight from 39 yards out in the right hash. It is perfect, and that lead grows even bigger.
I really like the decision by this offense because now they got to score 2 touchdowns. Time is not on their side. I can stay very, very conservative, use that clock. I like the decision by this offense.
Field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. The San Jose State offense is back on the field. This drive will open from the 15. Last time they had it, they were backed up in their own end, marched right down the field and scored, and now they'll try to do that once again. And he is snowed under, sacked at the 7. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line, warp speed for 2nd down. Here's a heat. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that 3rd down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Here comes the heat. Didn't have anything working and just had to throw it away on 3rd down.
And now such a tough situation. Late in this game, you're trailing, but now it's 4th and long. Like, it's one thing if it's 4th and short. This makes it even more difficult. You got to have something dialed up you feel really great about.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. Here's a throw downfield late. Oh, it's picked off. What a bad time for a mistake like that.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's fourth down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
All business today for this ball club. They come out and they get the win.
And that's all that matters. It's not always pretty. You don't always do everything you want to do or check all the boxes. But at the end of the game, Jesse, you want that W.
No doubt about it. They made the plays they needed to make in order to get this win. I thought the quarterback showed tremendous poise, good leadership throughout the course of the game. Defense made stops when they had to make them. So, right, there were some things they're going to need to clean up moving forward, but ultimately they were the better team today.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.